Hello everyone, this is John from Use Basic Motorsports Performance Parts, and today this video is going to be about an installation of an electric fuel pump on your car, specifically a race car. But hey, please comment on the video, like it, and subscribe, please. Also check us out on all of our other social media platforms. What we're going to do is now, what it is we're going to actually the fuel pump's already installed. What we're going to do is we're going to go through basic fundamentals of the installation. And as you can pan away from me, and you can actually see that this fuel pump is a Magna Fuel, and it's actually installed right here. You'll see my little pointer right there. And what it basically is, this is a 500 gallon per hour system utilizing a pump and a filter. It is actually installed from the fuel tank, then it comes back through into the pump situation, or into the pump through the fuel filter, and then finally goes in to the regulator, where then it goes from the regulator to each one of the carburation bowls of the carburetor. This, for example, is usually set, in our case, or in this case, we set this at about 7.5 gallons pressure, or 7.5 psi, 7.5 psi pressure to feed our Holley 4500 Dominator carburetor. Now, we were talking about the wiring of the actual fuel pump itself. What I have and what I installed was this type of application. Basically, it's a male and female waterproof connection. So the idea behind it is when it's all wired up, this will lock and close, where it will not pull out under vibration or pressure or shaking or whatever the case may be. But what the great thing is, if you have to ever remove that pump or check anything electrical, all you have to do is just literally pop it up and pull it apart, so that you can pull the actual fuel pump out if you ever have to replace it, which makes it really, really simple. So this wiring then will go back through the system to a ground, which is a black wire, and then the red wire is going to be the hot. That will go back into the system, back to the inside of the car, where you'll be hooking it up to a switching device, which we will show you here shortly. Now, going on with wiring of what we were talking about out there by the fuel pump. What it'll do is the power, the red, will come through into a, which I'm pointing out right here, which is a fuse breaker. And this is this version. There's many different versions of the fuse breakers you can get. This application is what I installed. And if you pull this thing out, you'll actually see it's got the fuse and everything built in. And what this is this is designed to protect the water fuel pump, or any water pump, anything, from shorting out if there is a problem, as far as anything shorting to the chassis, broken line, inadequate amperage to it. It'll break before it takes out the unit. So then from here, this then goes all the way up through the, in this case, through the wiring, and then it goes up to this fuse box that's up here. And then it is wired into the fuel switch. And it's set up whereby, as long as the ignition switch is in the on position, which is this right here, as long as that's on the on position upward and the fuel is on, the fuel will keep running. If for some reason I shut this switch off, it'll actually kill the fuel pump automatically, or I can just shut and throw the switch on the fuel pump. Now, that's easier said, obviously, than done. And as you can see, there's a certain amount of wiring. If you have any questions, obviously you can just send out me an email at support@usebasicmotorsports.com. But obviously, in all of these installations for fuel pumps, water pumps, electric fans, everything, all of the information and how to wire them are really done well in a lot of these specs and diagrams on installation of these products. But I just kind of wanted to give you kind of a ballpark or a fundamental aspect of installing it. I wish I could have taken it all apart and started from scratch and reinstalled everything piece by piece, but unfortunately I was unable to do that. But like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. And of course, all this products, wiring, fuse holders, fuel pumps, etc., all you can find any parts you need at usebasicmotorsports.com. So please, by all means, check us out. Comment, like I said at the beginning. But if you have questions, give us a email and a message, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to check out usebasicmotorsports.com. Thank you.